Hello everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Destiny video. Today I want to talk a little bit about a Chaos Draft format. A lot of people I know and a lot of people I've played with are kind of getting a little bit bored with Awakenings. They've played a ton of games and they've played against probably almost every possible deck type. They've played almost every possible deck types as well, and they just want something new to do until Spirit of Rebellion comes out in May. And this Chaos Draft will allow you to do that. So, the first main thing with the Chaos Draft is there is no hero and villain restriction. So you can run heroes and villains. You can run. You still are bound by the color requirement. So if you're running, let's say, um, Kylo and Luke, you still can only play with blue and grays. If you're running um, Padme and Jabba, you're still going to only have access to yellow and gray, and so on. If you're running, let's say, Poe and um, Poe and like Night Sisters for some reason, you're going to be restricted to red and blue. So the color restriction is still there. So here's what you're going to do. You don't need to buy any additional product to do this. You're going to use the existing cards you already have, or if you wanted to draft it out of a booster box, if you can find one, you can do that as well, where each player just gets a bunch of packs, you open them and you draft it. The format that I've done is you build packs yourself out of the cards you already have. So you take all your rares and legendaries and you shuffle them up and you put them in their own little pile face down. You do the same thing for your uncommons, do the same thing for your commons as well. And all the locations you can actually set aside. You won't be drafting those. You'll just let players go through and pick the locations that they want. One other thing is you can allow your players to bring up to 30 points worth of non-unique characters. So in case during the draft they didn't get enough characters or they didn't get any characters at all, they can play with their non-uniques cross-faction, so no hero or villain restrictions. So first thing you're going to do, like I said, is you're going to sort out all your cards into various piles, get them shuffled up. You're then going to build the booster packs. So you're going to take one rare or legendary, put it face down. You're going to take an uncommon, put that on top of it, and then you're going to put, since we're taking out the locations, you're actually going to be building 6 card booster packs instead of 5. So each player per pack will get 6. Excuse me. So it's one rare or legendary, an uncommon, and then 4 commons. And you'll build 36 of those, or however many you need to complete the draft. And each player will get 6 of these pre-made booster packs that you've put together. Um, After you've done all this, each player is going to get their packs. They will flip over their pack and they'll look at the rare or legendary. If they want to keep that, they'll put it face down in front of them. And they will then, once everybody's done that, they will pass the rest of the pack to the left. The player that passed the pack will get another pack. Each player switches packs essentially. You will then draft another card out of the next pack, and you will do that until all the cards in the first packs have been drafted. After all that's been drafted, you'll start with the second pack. You'll look at the rare or legendary. If you want it, you can put it face down and pass. If you don't want it, you can pick another card. But this time you're going to pass to the right. So the first pack goes to the left, second pack goes to the right, and then it alternates between left, right, left, right. So first pack is left, second pack is right, third pack is left, fourth pack is right, fifth pack is left, sixth pack is right. After everybody has drafted their deck, they will then build a minimum deck of 20 cards. 20 cards are what come in the starters, and 20 is a little bit better number, especially if you don't get enough cards that you can use to build a 30 card deck. You don't want to just pad your deck to have it be 30 with stuff that you might not even be able to actually use, or cards that you might not even be able to play. Like if you draft an ATST, you're probably going to want to be drafting other stuff that generates resources because you might not ever be able to use that ATST. So after that, everybody will build their deck based on what characters they have, so they can have heroes and villains. So and then color restriction still applies. After you build your, let's say you have a 20 card deck and maybe a 10 card sideboard, you can rotate stuff in between games. You are then going to just go to the pile of locations, shuffle through that, and pick a location that you want to play on. Maybe one that synergizes with your deck. and then you're going to pass that location pack to the next player. They'll go through, pick a location out, and everybody will pick a location, and then everybody will pair up with somebody else and just play Destiny. It's a fun way to kind of extend the game and add like a fresh element to the game that normally in like organized play you're not seeing because you either have to build a hero deck or a villain deck. The draft allows you to build what people are calling a chaos deck, where it's heroes and villains on the on the same team. It's pretty fun. I've um I've done it in, I believe, in Tabletop Simulator. I actually haven't done it in like with actual cards, but it's a very fun way to play Star Wars Destiny that I believe people will enjoy, and hopefully will be able to play long enough to pass the time between now and when Spirit of Rebellion comes out, when people will just buy boxes and create new decks and all that kind of stuff. So the draft is just a nice way to pass the time between now and the release of the next set. So that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.